Modern Inswing Door frame installation. Apply a bead of sealant to the interior side of the line you marked earlier during site prep. Center the frame in the opening, taking care not to disturb the sealant. Set the sill on top of the sill support. Use a rubber mallet to seat the sill onto the sill support. On units with saddle sills, center the frame in the opening. Shim the sill to level if necessary. Mark a line on the interior edge of the sill. Tip the sill out and apply a bead of sealant on the exterior side of the line you just drew. For all sill types, shim at the bottom jambs while keeping the frame centered in the opening. Shim to maintain a plumb jamb. When driving screws into the rough opening, be sure to pre-drill first with a long 1/8 inch drill bit. Repeat this whenever fastening into the rough opening. Plumb one side jamb, then tack the corner by driving an installation screw through one of the pre-drilled holes. Plumb and pin the bottom corner where you shimmed earlier. Plumb and pin the opposite top corner. Plumb and pin the other bottom corner. Measure the frame diagonals to obtain a square frame. Diagonal measurements should be within 1/16 inch of each other. Install the interior sill cover. Use a rubber mallet to seat the cover on the sill. Using a new uncut sealant tip, inject the sill. Inject the bottom corners of the frame until you see sealant exit the smaller adjacent hole. On hinge jambs, clip the small aluminum jamb cover onto the frame below the lower hinge. On stationary jambs, the cover is the full height of the frame. On locking jamb configurations, install the aluminum locking jamb cover between the jamb strike and the sill. Note that the cover above the strike is factory installed. On X configurations, shim and fasten at the jamb and head jamb strike with the long screws provided. Shim at the hinges and fasten into the rough opening with the screws provided. Install the sill strike. Fasten with 2 or 3 number 8 by 1/2 inch screws. X and XO configurations will use 2 screws per strike. Install the panel alignment bolts between the hinges on the frame. Note the tab on the back side of the bolt. This fits into the kerf on the frame. Shim behind the bolts and fasten with number 8 by 3 inch screws. Fasten and shim the remaining installation screws through the head jamb, jamb, and strikes. Install the jamb and head jamb weather strip that was removed earlier. Start at the bottom and work towards the top. Install the stationary brackets on O, OX, and XO configurations. Fasten with the number 10 by 3-inch screws provided. Note that left-handed stationary brackets are used at the head jamb. On saddle sills, inject sealant into the installation holes to seal the screws to the sill panning and fasten with the screws provided. Apply a bead of sealant at the exterior face of the sill and on the ends. Be sure to avoid sealing in front of the sill weeps. Installation of your modern in-swing door frame is now complete. Be sure to view other related videos at our YouTube channel or visit www.marvin.com.